And welcome back to Auto Social UK. Now, I wasn't actually planning on revealing my new car this soon, but unfortunately I had a bit of an issue with the video that was going to go up today, which was the Kia e-Niro review, which will now be coming later on next week. So I thought, why not bring forward the reveal of my new car? And it's kind of worked out well, because I get to say a massive thank you for something huge that has happened on the channel. I have hit 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 people have subscribed to hear me talk about cars, which pretty much blows my mind. And I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to everybody that has supported the channel, everybody that subscribed, liked, commented on the videos. You guys never understand how much this means to me. One day I would like to make this my full-time job, and by all of your support it means that I get closer to that goal every single year. So anyway, less of the gushy stuff and let's talk about the new car. So over the last couple of months, I've had an Abarth 595 Turismo convertible from SOGO. So a lot of you will know, but if you're new to the channel, SOGO is essentially a subscription service for cars. You pay per month, a lot like a finance plan, but whereas you'd usually be in a finance plan or a lease plan for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, SOGO is a pay monthly. So I can hand the car back at any time, change the car whenever I like, add and take away miles, which has been amazing for me. So the Turismo convertible has gone back and the new car is here. So without further ado, let's check out what car I went for. I know, you're probably all saying to the screen, but Tish, you didn't even like the Turismo that much. Why have you gone and got another Abarth? Well, there's kind of method to my madness. No, there's not really any method. I just want to get it out of my system. The competition is at the top spec of the Abarths. It's got 20 more brake horsepower than the Turismo. It's got the say-belt seats. It's got the record Monza exhaust. And I just wanted to experience what it was like living with a comp. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months. I'm actually planning on doing a lot less miles than I did in the Turismo. In the Turismo, I ended up doing 3,000 miles in 2 months, which is massive, and not what the Abarth was designed for. So I am interested to see that when I drive it a little bit less, will I fall in love with it a little bit more? But first of all, what I wanted to do is just go over the spec differences for anyone that's choosing between a Turismo and a comp and they want to know what the differences are. So let's have a walk around the Turismo and the spec on the Turismo, and then let's have a walk around the comp. So, real quick recap of the Turismo specification, because if you're trying to choose between a Turismo and a comp, this should hopefully help you. Of course, this one is the convertible, but we all know that this isn't particularly a conventional convertible. It's more like a ragtop sunroof. So one thing that really annoyed me about this car is that you have to put your key into the fuel cap to unlock it. However, someone on TikTok did tell me that the comp doesn't require you to do that, so I guess we'll find out if that's true. Being the convertible, space in the boot is not particularly usable, especially considering it has quite a small load area. The wheels on this car are 17-inch Gran Turismos. Around the back is a set of twin tailpipes and a really nice splitter. And if you haven't heard the sound of the exhaust, then definitely check out my ownership review because it's pretty impressive. Interior wise, we've got a set of bolstered faux leather sport seats. They're okay, but I didn't particularly like the way that you sit on them rather than in them, and there's also a nasty gap down the back. Leather wrapped multifunctional steering wheel, which feels pretty nice, but I did also have an issue with the cheap feeling gear stick, which I'm hoping is going to have changed in the comp. So there we have it. This is my new car from SOGO, my new flexi lease. This is the Abarth 595 comp. So we've now got an uplift of just under 20 brake horsepower from the Turismo. And yeah, let's take a look around it. Okay, so visual changes. Need I even say it? It's bright green, let's start with that one, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this colour. I like it even more than when I saw it in photos. I love a bright car, and honestly, I am just a little bit obsessed with this. No real massive visual differences between the Turismo. Obviously the Turismo is a convertible and this is the standard hatch. They've got the same front splitter with the same fog light section. The only difference is, of course, this is bright green, so there's a lot more contrast between the black and the paintwork. You have got a lot of this kind of plasticky part around some of the trim areas, which I'm not too sure about, but it does look good in the contrast with the colour of the paint. It does have the decals on this one as well. Wheels, so you're going to notice something straight away, and that is that it's got Brembo brakes. Now I have seen, I'm going to insert a picture, I've seen someone paint these in green, white and red, and they look literally amazing. I don't know, I feel like the Brembo brakes do just look a little bit, they need to be a bright colour, I think, personally. Alloy wheels are different to the Turismo. These are a two-tone alloy. What else have we got? Contrasting wing mirrors. Again, you've got that matte plastic on the door handles, which isn't actually the nicest. Somebody, of course, mentioned to me that the competition comes with a non-key lock fuel cap. They lied to me, so I'm a little heartbroken about that. And this isn't ideal. On the Turismo, this is actually suctioned, so it will pop out. Whereas this one, you do kind of have to pull it open and push it back shut. Around the back, again, very, very similar to the Turismo, apart from one thing that you're going to notice. And that's the fact that this has got the quad record Monza exhaust. And this sounds insane. I'll start it up in a minute. I'm just waiting for people to leave the yard, otherwise they will literally think I'm a yobbo. Going into the boot, again, the plasticky bit along the boot. Much more boot space than I had in the convertible, and of course that boot space opening is much more wide. Okay, onto the inside of the car, and again, lots of subtle changes from this to the Turismo. You've got the Say-Belt bucket seats, which I absolutely love. These are really, they hug you in really well in the corners, and also you haven't got that gap that you got down the back of the Turismo seats. Steering wheel, one of my favourite parts, because this is part Alcantara, part carbon fibre. Really nice improvements on the steering wheel. Again, Alcantara up here, which I really like. The gear stick is still exactly the same, which is a real shame. I feel like if this was my personal car and not a car from SOGO, I would actually consider having that wrapped or replacing it, because I just don't particularly like that. This plasticky kind of like granite style has come into the interior of the car as well, which again, I'm not completely taken by, but we'll let it live. Now there's one thing I'm disappointed with. So it's still got digital climate control. It's still got the screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and satellite navigation. However, I've lost my automatic lights, which is a bit of a shame. The Turismo never had automatic wipers, but now I haven't got automatic wipes as well. Automatic lights, which is a little bit of a shame. But overall, I do think the Say-Belt seats in the comp just absolutely make it. So in the coming weeks and months, you can expect to see more Abarth 595 comp content, including ownership review. So if that sounds good, then please make sure you're subscribed. But before I go anywhere, why don't we have a bit of fun? And I'm gonna take my mum out in it. So this is how that went.
Mind the cats.
Oh, I bloody knew you was about to say that.
Quietly. Quick, the neighbour might hear. She'll be coming out complaining. I think someone will look out the window and think they can see a big tractor or something.
So I can, a lot of people asked me, will I feel the difference between the Turismo and this car? So the last one I had was 165 brake, and this one's 180. And I think you can quite a lot.
Yeah,
They're two cars wide.
people are coming home from work, and there's people like can be driving on the sort of little bit on the other side of the road. Don't. All right, that's it.
That car's in front.
That's me done. I don't mind if it, but the back roads, I hate it. Now I'm going to worry about you driving the back roads now. Oh, it's not funny.
Everyone's going to see me coming though. That's the good thing.
No, they're not round a tight corners. They don't see you coming. They'll see you coming once you get in their window screen. That's not funny.
I picked this route deliberately because it's not tight.
I'm just going to say, cut. End of.
So what do you guys think of my next choice of car from SOGO? Please let me know in the comments below. I know that this is going to split opinions. What do you think of the colour? Do you love it or do you hate it? If you are interested in finding out about more flexi leasing, then I will be doing a SOGO kind of question and answer. So if you have any questions on what they do as a company, then you can also pop those in the comments below. And if you wanted a link to their website, you can check it out in my description box. Thank you so much for watching this video today. And again, a massive, massive thank you for 10,000 subscribers. You guys have made me the happiest person ever. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that now and hit that like button as well. Everything helps to help this channel grow. And until next time, bye.